Okay, welcome back to Migmatis Golf. It's been a while. I make these excuses all the time, but I'm not one of those YouTubers that just uploads, sorry, for the sake of uploading. I gotta have actually something to say, or a thought, or something. Anyway, today's video, why I've stopped filming down the line, and I hope you appreciate the irony of me filming down the line right now to make this video, but it's only because if I put the camera there, which I started filming from, face on, caddy view, it's all a bit tight here and can't really see much of what I'm doing. So I'll swing this way and you'll see. Right. This is just a personal thing, right? I'm not saying there's no value from filming down the line. Obviously there is. But personally, I've always struggled with a spine angle change, and I'm going to make another video straight after this one about something I discovered with a golf coach very recently. But I've always struggled with coming out of my posture, then trying to get back down, hitting it thin, all that kind of stuff. And constantly filming down the line, what I discovered is you can fake these things. So I got to a situation where I could keep my head from that view down the line, keep my head kind of like in the same position, and it looked great. From down the line, everything looked fantastic. And then when I moved the camera face on, I discovered that what I was actually doing is doing this. So kind of bending back towards the target this way, reverse C, whatever you want to call it. So even though it looked great from down the line, from face on, it was horrible. So it got me thinking, well, how do I fix the pivot so that it looks good from face on as well? And I was using a lot of face on video. And what I discovered is after a while, I can tell from face on whether my spine angle is changing as well, simply because of the peak of my cap here would kind of move like this. I could tell. So I got much more value from filming face on. Face on gave me much better feedback for my problem. More generally speaking, now this applies to all kinds of problems, I do think that more information about proper sequencing and angles and wrist conditions can be attained from face on kind of caddy view. If you're trying to work on wrist angles and what your wrists are doing and not flipping and all that, very hard to see what the wrists are doing from this down the line angle. Much easier face on like this. When you slow it down, much easier to see what the wrists, hands and everything is doing, and also much easier coming into the ball to see how square the club face is and whether or not you got shaft lean and all that stuff. Right, that is a very quick one. I don't want to bore you with this, but try that. If you're used to filming down the line and you're still struggling, go to face on. Go to face on, just stick with it for a while and you'll discover that you can still pick up all of the subtleties that we're used to from down the line, but I just think it's a bit better. So I've stopped filming from there. I now film from there. Leave some comments, let me know what you think. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to make another video now about my little problem. See you later.